Hi everyone. So today I am going to discuss about the anatomy and physiology for the GNM first year, and in this unit 6 respiratory system. So in this respiratory system today topic is mechanism of breathing. So we have seen last class about the ventilation, mechanism of ventilation. So today we are going to discuss about the mechanism of breathing. So today topic is mechanism of breathing. In this, the mechanism of breathing includes the inspiration and the expiration. So in this inspiration it is active process. So the inspiration is active process, and during the inspiration the size of thoracic cavity become increased. So during the inspiration, during the inhalation of the air, so there is a thoracic cavity become increased. So the size of the thoracic cavity become increased. So inspiration it is active process, and during the inspiration the size of the thoracic cavity become increased, and there is a movement of the ribs outward, and there is a upward, and there is a movement of the ribs and outward and the upward. So during the inspiration there is a movement of the ribs can be outward and the upward. So there is a during the inspiration the movement of the ribs can be outward and the upward, and there is a diaphragm movement. So the diaphragm can be movement occur in the diaphragm during the inspiration. So inspiration is a active process, and there is a during the inhalation of air there is a increase in the size of the thoracic cavity, and it includes the rib movement, and there is it includes the two types, first movement of the ribs and the diaphragmatic movement. So first we will discuss about the rib movement. So rib movement includes the first pair ribs move but little. So the first pair there is a 12 pairs of ribs can be included in the lungs respiratory system, and there is the first pair ribs move and but little. So the first pair ribs can be move and but little. So there is a little movement can be occur in the first pair of the ribs, and there is a 12 pairs of ribs, and there is the first pair ribs move but little, and in hypernia their movement bring about increase in anterior and posterior diameter of the upper thorax. So hypernia means there is a abnormal breathing. So hypernia means there is a increased breathing pattern. So in this hypernia condition there is a movement bring about increase in anterior posterior diameter of the upper thorax. So if the patient having hypernia, there is a because of the abnormal breathing, so increased breathing movements, there is a increased anterior and posterior diameter of the upper thorax. So there is a increased anterior and posterior diameter of the upper thorax, and there is a inspiration the ribs move upwards to assume a more horizontal position. So during the inspiration the ribs can be move upward and to assume a more horizontal position due to the contraction of the external intercostal muscles. So during the inspiration the ribs can be moved upward, and during the inspiration because of the contraction of the external intercostal muscles it can be cause the increase in the anterior posterior diameter. So because of the contraction of the external intercostal muscles there is a increased anterior and posterior diameter. So anterior posterior diameter of the thorax can be increased during the inspiration. So next one is the lower ribs also swing outward and the upward. So the inspiration to cause increase in the transverse diameter of the thorax. So the lower during the inspiration the lower ribs, so the lower ribs it includes the 7th to 8th ribs, 7th to 10 ribs can be included in the lower ribs. So there can be also swing outwards and the upwards. So the lower ribs can be move outward and the upward. So in respiration to cause increase in the transverse diameter of the thorax. So because of the movement of the lower ribs, there is a increase in the transverse diameter of the thorax. So because of the movement of the lower ribs, there is a increased transverse diameter of the thorax. So there is a transverse diameter of the thorax can be increased during the inspiration. So it is about the rib movement. So the first pair ribs move but little. So there is a little movement can be occur in the first pair of ribs. And there is the patient having hypernia, so increased breathing pattern. So because of the increased breathing pattern, there is a increased anterior posterior diameter of the upper thorax. So continuously if you are taking breathing, high breath, and because of this hypernia, there is a increased anterior posterior diameter of the upper thorax. And inspiration, the ribs move upward and the ribs can be move upward, and because during the inspiration, because of the contraction of the external intercostal muscles, and it can be cause the increase the anterior posterior diameter of the thorax. So during the inspiration, the contraction of the external intercostal muscles can cause the increase in the anterior posterior diameter of the thorax. And during the inspiration, the lower lips 7th to 10th ribs and also move upward and the outward and the upward, the lower ribs can be moved, and inspiration it can be caused during the inspiration it can cause the increase in the transverse diameter of the thorax. So it is about the rib movement in the inspiration. And next we will discuss about the diaphragmatic movements. So in this diaphragmatic movements, it consists of muscles. It consists of muscle fibers and which become dome shape, and the muscle fibers arise from the Xiphis sternum. So the diaphragmatic movements it includes the diaphragmatic muscles can be consist of muscle fibers. So muscle fibers which become dome shape. Dome shape means it is become like this. And last class we have seen about the diaphragm. So diaphragm become a dome shape. So diaphragm it consists of two domes, and the right dome and the left dome. So right dome can be light higher than the left dome. So right dome can be become higher when comparing with the left dome. So it is about the diaphragm, it is become dome shape. And diaphragmatic movements. So in this diaphragmatic muscles can be consist of there is a fiber muscles. So which become dome shape, and the muscle fibers can be arise from the Xiphis sternum and the inner surface of the lower 6 ribs and the lumbar vertebrae. So the muscle fibers of the diaphragmatic muscles can be arise from the Xiphis sternum. So Xiphis sternum it is a end part of the sternum. So it is a end process of the sternum and the inner surface of the lower 6 ribs. So the inner surface of the 6 ribs. So it is become the inner surface of the lower 6 ribs and lumbar vertebrae. So from this the muscle fibers of the diaphragmatic muscles can be arise. So from the diaphragmatic muscles there is a consist of muscle fibers and there is a become dome shape, and the muscle fibers can be arise from the Xiphis sternum and the inner surface of the lower 6 ribs and the lumbar vertebrae. So Xiphis sternum means there is a end part of the sternum. So next one is expiration. So it is about the diaphragmatic movement and the rib movement. And next one is Next one is expiration. So expiration is passive process. So the expiration, it is become passive process. Inspiration, it is active process, and the expiration is become passive process. So muscles which contracts and actively during inspiration relaxes. So during the expiration the muscles can be relaxed, and the inspiration the muscles become contracted. So the expiration, it is a become process, and it is a passive process, and during the inspiration the muscles become contract, and during the expiration the muscles can be become relaxed. And there is a during the expiration the muscles can be involved anterior abdominal wall muscles, and the internal intercostal muscles, and the accessory muscles of expiration. So the anterior abdominal muscles, and there is a contraction of anterior abdominal wall muscles. So during the expiration there is a contraction of the anterior abdominal wall muscles and increase the intra-abdominal pressure. So because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall there is a increased abdominal pressure. So there is a increased abdominal pressure, the pressure can be increased in the abdomen, and because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall. So anterior abdominal wall muscles. So the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall muscles can be increased intra-abdominal pressure. So because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal muscles and because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall muscles, and it increase the intra-abdominal pressure. So it can be draws the lower ribs. So because of the intra-abdominal pressure increases and there is a contraction of the abdominal muscles, and it can cause the pull the lower lips down. So it can be pull the ribs lower ribs down and pushing the diaphragm upward. So because of this contraction and the increased abdominal pressure, and there is a pushing of the diaphragm upward, and there is a lower ribs can be pulled down. So the lower ribs can be pulled down, and there is the diaphragm can be pushed upward. So because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall muscles, and there is an increased intra-abdominal pressure, and draws the lower lips down and become the pushing the diaphragm upward. So it is about the anterior abdominal wall muscles during the expiration. And next one is internal intercostal muscles. So during the expiration internal intercostal muscles, they pass obliquely and downward. So the muscles can be passed oblique direction in downward. So oblique direction in the downward, and the posterior from the rib to rib. So the oblique direction can be passed downward into the downward and posterior from the rib to rib, and on contraction they pull the upper ribs to down. So during the contraction, during the expiration, the contraction they pull the upper ribs to down. So because during the expiration the upper ribs can be pulled down. So pulled down, upper ribs can be pulled down in the during the contraction. So internal intercostal muscles, they can be passed oblique direction into the downward, and posterior from rib to rib. On contraction they pull the upper rib to down. So it is about the internal intercostal muscles during the expiration. So expiration, it is become passive process, and there is a muscles can be contracted during the expiration, and there is a during the inspiration the muscles can be relaxed, and it includes the anterior abdominal wall muscles. So anterior abdominal wall muscles, there is a contraction of the anterior abdominal wall muscles and increase intra-abdominal pressure. So because of the contraction of the anterior abdominal wall, it increases the intra-abdominal pressure, and because of the increased intra-abdominal pressure, the lower ribs can be drawn down, and there is a pushing the diaphragm upward, and the pulling the ribs down and the pushing the diaphragm upward. And there is a internal intercostal muscles, they can be passed obliquely downward and the posteriorly from rib to rib, and rib to rib the muscles can be passed, and contraction they pull the upper ribs to down. So during the expiration, because of the contraction of the muscles, and they pull the upper ribs to down. Next one is accessory muscles of the expiration. So next about the accessory muscles of expiration. So accessory muscles are adductor muscles of vocal cords. So the accessory muscles can be situated from the vocal cords. So from the vocal cords to it can be situated, and they begin to contract early, but their contraction is not complete. So the accessory muscles during the expiration become contracted. So the contraction is not completed. So the contraction become not completed during the expiration of the accessory muscles. So the main function, the main respiratory function is prevent the entry of the food and fluid into the trachea. So the accessory muscles of expiration, it includes the muscles or adductor muscles of vocal cords. So the accessory muscles can be situated from the vocal cords, and it begins to contract early, but the contraction is not completed. So it can be early, it can be started, but the contraction is not completed, and the main respiratory function is prevent entry of food and fluid into the trachea. So the accessory muscles of expiration. So the muscles can be involved in the anterior abdominal wall muscles and the internal intercostal muscles. And next one is accessory muscles of expiration. So the muscles can be the mechanism of muscles. The mechanism of muscles can be involved in the expiration. So it is about the mechanism of breathing. So it includes the inspiration and the expiration. So it completes the mechanism of breathing.